Hello everybody! Razorblade Mango here. Alright, it's time. It's time to talk about Sony's E3 2018 conference. And, yeah. Sony could have easily won this year. They had the games for it. But, well, we'll get to that later. Let's talk about the games so far. So, the first game they talked about was The Last of Us Part 2. Wow. Wowie. What a hell of an intro. I'm not even, to be honest, I am not a super mega fan of Naughty Dog. I never really have been. But even I must admit, they've been on a killer roll in recent years with The Last of Us and Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, and now this just looks amazing. Wow. So I think everything about it just looked like standard Naughty Dog polish and smoothness taken up to 11. It's just the combat and stealth seem to have been given this big boost in unpredictability and refinedness. The violence is even more hard-hitting than the last game. The graphics, oh my god, the graphics that Naughty Dog are able to pull off is just like out of this world. They are in a completely different class above everybody else. It's crazy how good this game looks. Like the lighting and the facial animation, it's just, Jesus Lord, it looks amazing. Just combat so much better. I love the enemy interaction where they just like it like any other company that would be doing this, I would call it looks fake. But Naughty Dog doing this, I'm more inclined to believe that this is how it actually is going to be. And that's just nuts how good it looks. Then they moved on to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Fuck you, don't care. Then they moved on to Destiny 2 Forsaken. Fuck you, I don't care. And I found Forsaken particularly hilarious because they're killing Cade, Nathan Fillion's character. So killing the only cool character you've got is your move to sell people on to buy Forsaken. Yes, killing the best character is definitely going to convince me that Forsaken is worth my time. Ha 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 ha. Fucking idiots. Then they moved on to, oh, thank Christ, like the ones we got the boring Activision shit out of the way. Then they moved on to Ghost of Tsushima, which surpassed even my own high expectations because, like just from looking at this demo, Sucker Punch have captured the atmosphere of a samurai epic to a fucking T. Just the way the Japanese flute plays in the background, to the sword play, to the leaves falling from the trees while these two characters fight in a sunset lit background. Just incroyable. It looks, oh god, it looks incredible. Combat and the combat and stiff animation definitely needs some work, but that scrumptious visual atmosphere is just intoxicating. Just looking at it, it really made me feel like I was watching like a classic samurai thing. It's just, well done, Sucker Punch. I cannot fucking wait to get my hands on this. It looks amazing. Then we moved on to Control, which is the latest game from Remedy. So it could go either way for me. Alan Wake, I think, is really good. I think Quantum Break is unfortunately the low point in their catalog, but the trailer looks very promising. Looks like a lot of fun. You play as some woman who's got some weird gravity bending powers and has a lot of potential to it. It looks good. It's not a PS4 exclusive. I want to point that out because I had one of my friends was like, "Oh wow, that Control exclusive looks really cool," and I was like, "No, that's multi-platform, unfortunately." So, still looks very good. lots of potential. I hope Remedy rebound after the disappointment that was Quantum Break. Then we got Resident Evil 2 Remake. Oh, man. I knew immediately what it was. And that's not even bragging. Like, I think I'm just getting good at calling what these games are going to be just based on the engines. Just Resident Evil 2 Remake. It felt so fucking good to finally see this game in action, in the flesh, no pun intended. And I'm so happy that they're using the RE engine, which looks gorgeous, and they're remaking Resident Evil 2 to be the RE4 with the over-the-shoulder camera, not the fixed-angle camera from the classic Resident Evils. And I'm very happy about that. It looks amazing. Leon Kennedy's there, Clara Redfield's there, Birkin's there. It's everyone's there. It looks awesome, and just Capcom has been on a roll recently with their games. Say what you will about their fighting, the way they handle their fighting games, which I personally think is really shitty. But as far as their other classic franchises, that they've just been on a roll these last few years. We got Resident Evil 7 being fucking awesome last year. We got Monster Hunter World being a reinvention for the series, and that was like a huge success. Now we're getting Devil May Cry 5, which looks amazing. I can't wait to play that. Now, and even then, now we're getting Resident Evil 2 Remake. Just, oh my god, just this Capcom. It's just, wow, you're just spoiling us, Capcom. And then, because I thought we had Sony's had this tradition where they announce, the last 3 years, they've announced a new Capcom game that's coming out in January of next year. Resident Evil 7 did that in 2016. Monster Hunter World was there in 2017. And I thought Devil May Cry 5 was going to be the one for this year. But when it popped up on Xbox's stage, I was like, okay, maybe Capcom, chose to be with Xbox this year. Nope! Resident Evil 2 is there. And it comes out January 25th. So I'm going to need to play the shit out of this game when it comes out. And then I got to quickly move on to Kingdom Hearts 3. Because once Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, it's over. I'm going to be a hermit for a month. Then the next game was Trevor Saves the Universe, which is this bizarre platformer from Justin Roiland, who, of course, made co-creator of Rick and Morty. I definitely see the Rick and Morty vibe. Two of the characters sound like Rick and Morty, and particularly the Morty sound alike. And because he's like, oh, gee, he's dead. Oh, I was like, yep, that's Morty. So I don't know. It's coming, debuting exclusively on PS4. So they're doing that. I guess, yeah. There's that. That's interesting. I don't know if I'll buy it, but I mean, there you go. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3, Jesus Christ, Square Enix, are you trying to fucking kill me? You've already given me enough Kingdom Hearts 3 for 1 week, and now you want to attempt to kill me with happiness because you delivered yet another trailer with this fucking amazing looking Pirates of the Caribbean world? I mean, fuck Skull and Bones. Fuck Skull and Bones. Kingdom Hearts 3, of all things, is giving me my pirate fantasy that I want. I want this pirate fantasy, not Skull and Bones. Give me some Kingdom Hearts shit. It looked, oh my god, is it redundant to say this game looks fucking amazing? Just the way Sora's flipping and flying all over the place with the pirate shit and the ship battles and the boss fight against the thing. I was just like, oh my god. It seems like every world they're doing in this game has something new to it. Just a new exclusive gameplay feature to whatever world they're in. I was just, oh my god. I was on the verge of tears when I was watching. I was just like, oh my god, Square Enix. What the fuck are you doing to me? It's just, and that wasn't even it. We got more. We got more footage of Vanitas. We got an extended look at that Kyrie and Lee cutscene, and she's calling him Axel, I guess. So I'm gonna refer to it as Kyrie and Axel. I would bet money that is Daybreak Town, where we finally got a full look at Kyrie's new look, which looks all right. And What the fuck was that shit with Riku talking to his doppelganger from Chain of Memories? What the fuck was that? Whatever. Kingdom Hearts 3. After this point, I'm just not gonna watch any more footage. I've seen enough. I'm sold on this. I'm gonna do my very best not to see anything from Kingdom Hearts anymore. Because I need January 29th to be here. Like right now. I need it right now to be here. Right fucking now. So I can play Kingdom Hearts 3. And thankfully, it'll probably be here before I know it. Just 7 months, people. We got this. We're in the home stretch. 7 months to go. Then they moved on to my man Kojima. Death Stranding. I don't know what the fuck to say about this. I still don't know what the hell this weird ass game is about. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know what the hell the minute-to-minute gameplay is like other than semi-stealth Norman Reedus postman simulator, courier simulator. But it's just fascinating. It's still fascinating in its bizarre mindfuckery. I mean, Kojima's imagination just must be going into overdrive making this. Like, new weird things keep popping up. You had him carrying bodies across the road, across the mountain. You had Lea Sedol as like this weirdo. I don't know what she is. She's got this suit that's got spikes that retract. There's another actress, I forgot her name, Laura Wagner, I think. Laura Wagner is like some, I don't know what she is. Like, her appearance in that trailer reminded me of James Sutherland's wife and from Silent Hill 2. It just fuck. It's just fuck. It looked so bizarre. And I'm happy to see that Lea Sedol is the lead female character. I'm really happy. She's a good actress, and she just seems to be having a blast with how weird this shit is. I mean, she merely chews and swallows a maggot, for Christ's sake, at one fucking point. Just, it's Kojima. It's a Kojima game, alright. And of course you have baby ass. You have the baby in the Norman Reedus' tummy showing its ass to the audience. You have the baby attached to Norman Reedus and using the baby as like a light or something. It's just, oh my god, I have so many fucking questions about Death Stranding. I have so many, but I don't know if I want the answers, honestly. I don't know, because I love how surreal all this shit is, and I kind of don't want it to end. I kind of just want to be stuck wondering what the fuck all this shit is. And I have a feeling that when we finish the game, I'm still going to be asking what the fuck all this shit is. But according to everyone that's fucking played it, apparently, they've been saying, like, yeah, it makes sense when you get into it. And it'll just be like, okay, I trust you. I saw him take out a gun at one point. He had like a rifle with a scope on it. So they're shooting. And Kojima has said that there are multiple options for taking out enemies in this game, like stealth and shooting and whatever. But I don't know. We'll see. It's Death Stranding. I know a little bit more about it, but not enough to be like, right, I have a full understanding of Death Stranding. Just, hey. Then they moved on to Nioh 2, which, hooray! More Samurai Dark Souls? Yes, please. I will take it. I will take your Samurai Dark Souls, good sir. Then for the finale, for the second time, they did Spider-Man, which, good God, this game looks great. We got our first look at the new Sinister Six in this really super combat-heavy demo, which looked great. I still don't think it should have been the finale, but I am so excited to play this in September. I'm really, really looking forward to this. This looks like the best Spider-Man game ever made. And if it sucks, I'm going to be so crushed, because everything about it just looks amazing. I can't wait to play it. So that was Sony. And I said at the beginning that Sony could have easily won this, because the 4 big first-party games that they showed lived up to my expectations. Like, all 4 of them were just, like, so interesting to watch, and I was so into it, and I was like, I can't wait to play all 4 of these. And they had some big-ass surprises in store, like Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Control, and Nioh 2, and they had another new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, which just, oh my god, just, Mwah, thank you, Square Enix. Um, yeah. This should have been the game of the show. It really should have. I mean, it should have been the show of the year. But it wasn't. And Sony could have easily won this. Like, Microsoft did not have the first party exclusives that Sony did. That is undeniable. Sony had the way fucking stronger first party lineup. They had it. They had it with the games. Like, if I were to give the games themselves a grade, it'd be like an A minus, A probably, close to an A plus. Like, because they showed everything that they needed to. Everything that they needed to. But for some reason, on their way to, just effortlessly remove the first place trophy from Microsoft's camp, in my head, Sony just took out a shotgun and blew off one of their kneecaps for a while, because this format, to put it bluntly, was garbage. It was an extremely poor move on their front to do it like this. Sony decided to have this format that just ruined the flow of the entire thing. It had like weird, needless segues between games, which were created by Dreams, the Media Molecule Dreams game, which this is continuing my frustration with Sony not properly marketing this game. Like people are still wondering what the hell it's about. We still don't have a release date for it. Hello? We didn't get that. We didn't get Concrete Genie. We didn't get Medieval. Where were those 3 games? Like, why didn't we have those 3 games in the 5 days leading up to your thing? And it was just these needless segues between games. The Spider-Man demo just ending. It was just this long, awkward silence. Like, oh, that's it? Okay. A completely unnecessary initial venue. I get that they want to, have this cutesy performance thing where they want to have The Last of Us show off in that church tent, like the desert. Oh, it's in the game. Woo! Yeah, no, that was not immersive. That was immersion breaking for the people not in the fucking theater to watch it. And what is most unforgivable, this long, quote, intermission between The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, where the entire audience had to be removed from one venue to the next. And then you have to listen to Sony's boring ass team of PR people and sit through the inevitable Activision crap. And they even showed us everything that had been announced over the last 5 days, even though their entire point to revealing one game per day was so we didn't have to show them in the first fucking place during the showcase. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this. It was a mess. It was a mess, to say the very least. And as bad as it was for the millions of people watching on the live stream, my heart goes out to the press people in that theater who had to be transitioned from one venue to another like cattle. And from what I understand from people that were there, most people couldn't even find seats in the church venue. So they were standing in the back watching The Last of Us. I heard they were pissed. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Just bad. But Sony is very fortunate that they had the games that they did. They really are. They're so lucky that they have these games that look amazing and all these surprises. Or else this would have been an unmitigated disaster. Like, if they had used this format for, say, like their 2014 conference where a lot of their shit was just talking and third party, that would have just been like torture. This whole thing would have just been a disappointing torture fest. And it's so bizarre to see Microsoft pulling off the tried and true Sony formula of just go, 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 almost flawlessly. And Sony shotgunning itself in the kneecap with this fucking awful format. I appreciate that Sony tried to do something new this year. I really do. But never do this shit again. Never do this again. This should have been a direct. I think this should have just been a direct. Forget the audience. Have people stay in their hotel rooms and watch this and not make them shift around from venue to venue like cattle. And I was getting really worried there initially because I was thinking, oh shit, are they going to do this thing where they have an intermission every time we have to switch to another venue for the next one of the big 4 games that they're showing. And thankfully they didn't do that. It was just one intermission, but fuck, that intermission was terrible and just killed the whole vibe. It killed the momentum that The Last of Us Part 2 brought. Even the placing of the games was all wrong. You don't have Spider-Man as your finale. I'm sorry. Like, it was a great demo, but no. You have either Death Stranding or The Last of Us Part 2. They should have opened with Ghost of Tsushima, stay in one venue, open with Ghost of Tsushima, still have the brief Activision shit, then move on. Move on to whatever it was next. Move on to have Ghost of Tsushima first, then Spider-Man, then Activision, just sprinkle it in here and there, have Resident Evil 2, save The Last of Us for last. That is the one you closed your conference on, not Spider-Man. The format of this was just all wrong. It was just the games themselves were great. And Sony could have easily won this and made like the best conference of ever. It could have been amazing. But no, they just had to try something new, and I appreciate them trying. It did not work. It really did not work. Final grade, A for the games. Honestly, the games were amazing. D for the format, maybe even a D minus. Just for the people watching at home, that was insufferable. Just that whole intermission. That just took me right out of the thing. So average, I'd say a B. Like a solid B. I'm not giving them that plus because that would just be a disservice to what Microsoft did efficiently and effectively well. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Microsoft had the better conference out of the two this year, even with them not having the first party games, because they got the pacing down. That is what these are all about. Pacing. You get the good quality games in there, you deliver them at a good pace, and you just go. And that's what Microsoft did so well this year. So for me, Microsoft, between the two, Microsoft won. I don't even own an Xbox. Microsoft won. Sorry, Sony. Don't ever do that again. Please. I'm begging you. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought of the PlayStation conference. And as always, have a good one, guys. Take care.